Apologies for the wind. Hopefully you can hear me. One thing I wanted to share was, and not forget, so I'll just put in a quick video right now. I've been sharing a lot of information in reference to the white psychology and the powers of the world as a whole, how it fits in the whole truth community. One thing that's a part of that is not the atmosphere, but the emotional, what's expectations. So like the mainstream expectations in society are of a benefit towards the system of RWS. Then one thing that is a part of that is what I was saying was they're in that system of RWS, in that psychology. The people within that psychology who are subjected to that white psychology, that so-called white psychology. One thing that's going on internally is that they can't really differentiate between. Well, they can't really see that there is no difference between being aggressive and being passive aggressive. So right now the entire world has been dominated by passive aggressiveness, like saying that they're for your benefit, like the powers that be are for you, but they're not. So it's kind of like a really passive aggressive person who's just constantly saying they're doing really, really awesome things for you, but they're really abusing you. So what's happening is the entire culture of people who believe like that, who think like that, are subjecting themselves to the side effects of believing in that psychology, like the world of that. So what happens is that their passive aggressive nature doesn't get seen or portrayed by the system as aggressiveness. It gets seen as right, while aggressive or being real and honest and direct is wrong. And that directness is interpreted as aggressiveness and being violent and being, politically incorrect, and that whole thought process that ain't got shit to do with the story. It's all a distraction. So I just wanted to make that point. There is no difference between being passive aggressive and aggressive aggressive. Like, people might see me talking to them and like they'll say something, and my response is directly to like what I talk about on a regular basis, and they'll be like, oh, and it seems aggressive. Like, no, that's just real. Like, you're just not used to it because you're used to that passive aggressive, depressing ass fucking thought process that ain't got shit to do with critically thinking or analyzing the macro situation at hand. It's got everything to do with simple talk, elevator talk, weather talk, bullshit talk. That's a whole psychology that's part of that white out sort of mentality that is dead time. Like, it's wasting dead time. You talk to people, that's all they want to talk about. That dead ass time. That dead ass time that's out there ain't got shit to do with you. It's got everything to do with people being insecure about the reality and just, going along with what the mainstream says is okay to talk about and be about. It's okay to talk about and be about that fake ass shit. So as soon as you start talking about it, the inner defense programs for the system start to come alive with the individual, and then they manifest into the reality by calling you aggressive, by calling you like they're responding like children, because that's what the mainstream consciousness is based upon, keeping you at a child mind consciousness. So what's happening is that these children are being insecure about realizing that everything that they pride themselves with is just bullshit, just garbage. Like, people pride themselves with NASA and that whole knowledge, so-called knowledge of the universe and all that shit. It's all fucking television. It's cartoons for adults. That's what that shit is. It's cartoons for adults. So don't fall for that passive aggressive bullshit. Don't fall for that. Don't allow it to happen anymore. Just stop falling. Just stop. People want to ask for solutions or whatever. Well, stop. First of all, stop catering to simple-minded bullshit. Stop catering to people's insecurities and start being honest with a lot of these individuals. I'm not saying I do it all the time and just be like that all the time. It goes by a case-by-case basis. But on the whole, you gotta really like cut that shit down, because it's out there. And that's really what I'm talking about in these videos is, in these videos I'm mentioning the fact that it exists out there. It's some baggage that people are carrying around, and that's bullshit. Like, I shouldn't have to be seen as being aggressive because motherfuckers are insecure and hella scared all the time. That ain't my problem. That ain't anybody else's problem either. I'm not aggressive because you're fucking scared all the time. You've been programmed to be scared by the fucking television. That ain't my problem. That's your fucking problem. So that's what I'm talking about, is the psychology that these assholes don't gotta deal with. Ain't nobody else gotta deal with this shit. They just gotta fucking go along with the program and act like nothing's going on. Nothing's wrong. So they're being like extremely passive aggressive with you because they think they're the fucking superheroes, and they've been programmed to think that you're the villain. So they call you aggressive. So that's what I'm saying. There ain't no difference between being passive aggressive and aggressive aggressive. Motherfucker, be real. I'd rather somebody be aggressive in the real, obviously, just be real and honest in the beginning rather than being passive aggressive and lie. That's what they're doing. They're lying to your face, telling that they're all about you and they're taking care of you. That's bullshit. That's not what's going on. It's all for the benefit of the system. And like I said, the nature of that beast is coming alive in individuals calling themselves truthers, and they're doing the work for the system. The system doesn't have to make all these YouTube videos. The fucking people on YouTube are making it. And they're the ones that are like telling the story that the system wants to be told. Like, tell that old Alex Jones ass story. That's why they need Alex Jones out there to bridge the gap between YouTube and the late night talk show hosts and all that bullshit. I'm getting off on a tangent right now. That's all I wanted to put out there. Stop falling for these fake ass like passive aggressive people who are really just, they're passive aggressive to hide their internal, their quiet aggressive nature. It's their nature, and many people's nature, to act the way that they're acting. So just call it like it is, and that doesn't want to be seen or known. Those questions don't want to be raised. So, like, I don't even want to go any further. That's it. I just wanted to share that real quick in this little moment. Hopefully, it's not too windy. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Until next time, from all my relations, peace, love, and harmony.